So here's the second most recent game that I've played and beaten. And it's also in the superhero realm. So our first 2-star game. Marvel's Avengers. How could you possibly turn Marvel's Avengers into a looter shooter? How did you do that? How do you do that in good faith? Like, in knowing, like, without any other reason besides to make tons and tons of money off of microtransactions. There's no way. There's no way. There's no possible way that Marvel's Avengers, a game with, I think, 2 characters that use firearms, is a looter shooter. Asinine. A game that, and someone who's in chat here, Captain Nam, who's seen, I desperately wanted to enjoy. Desperately wanted to enjoy this game. Impossible. There was even some decent elements of the story, which I saw people ripping on this game for the dumbest things. Oh, the Kamala, no, I get it wrong because I got so used to training myself to say Kamala because of the vice president, but no, it's Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan is one of the bright spots of this game, and her dad, who I love. Again, it's Marvel. It's quipping in the middle of, like, war zones and stuff, or like, every character as they're about to die in a horrific death, has some one-liner to get out. Like, it's an established universe in terms of the way people talk. And people had an issue with what? Like a nerdy fangirl and a very nice father? Maybe a little overprotective, obviously, but it involved kind father. I wonder why. I wonder what the issue was. I wonder. I don't know. No one knows, right? It's okay. We all know. We know. That frustrates me a lot because the critiques aren't. I guess I heard some at the game design. I heard so much on the story. It's a solid Avengers story. The main story is actually one of the only things I enjoyed. Brainiac is a villain, even though there's like 1 or 2 villains in the whole main story. I mean, it is hollow in terms of like gameplay and like villains, and you would think that, well, okay, maybe it's hollow because they're like building, since it's a live service, maybe they're building up more villains, and they haven't done that, not that much. Like, it was laughable, the lack of content. I'm certain, I don't know why my dog just ran off like that. Maybe she doesn't want to talk about the Avengers either. What are you doing, Millie? Millie! Leave him alone. I know the Avengers bother you. But Avengers offered nothing, even to fans of the franchise. Even the most forgiving fan of Marvel. I kind of consider myself one. I'm not even a huge fan, but I was forgiving. I was like, I want to enjoy this. I like the Marvel movies. This is a fun Marvel tale. I like the way the characters are voiced. I think they did a pretty good job. I don't think it was as uncanny as people said it was. Like, oh, these barely look. This doesn't look like Robert Downey Jr. or this kind of looks like Chris Evans. Like, it doesn't matter. It's different. It's not them. There's many iterations of the Avengers. There's different, whatever you want to. You can do different universes. You can do this or that. They never said it was explicitly like a movie tie-in one. But fuck. This game, it just confuses me to talk about. I think I had a point there and I just lost it. This is the definition of a 2-star game. The only enjoyment really comes from forcing yourself to like it. It's kind of not broken. It's a little funky and glitchy, but it plays well enough. Beat up hordes of enemies. A story that has good bones. good structure, and then just nothing of depth or importance. Really well acted villain in MODOK. I like that a lot. That's usually one of the good parts. Again, like Kamala Khan, Mr. Khan, MODOK. Really like that. The Avengers as a whole were decent. And then you play the game, and then you get to the end of it. You're like, okay, I'm done. And there's a bunch of these side missions I got to go do where I go beat up a bunch of enemies and go fight a boss. And my Hulk is like level 11 and so weak and powerful, so I got to go. It's just frustrating. And not fun. After like 3 hours, this game stopped being fun. And then I'm just like, well, I'm maybe if I grind a little more, then it'll be fun again. And it just stops being fun. And I thought, well, there's 4 other modes, story modes, right? Let me go play through those. Maybe I'll get some fun. If I could get 20 hours out of a game, I would have given this 3 stars. If I could have gotten if I could have gone through and played, Act 1, 2, 3, and 4, just in that order, gotten through the story, I might have given this game 3 stars. But you can't even do that. I finished the original Avengers initiative, and then I go to play, or whatever it is, the first one, whatever the first act is, and then I go to play the second one, and I'm like 90 levels short. Excuse me. Sorry. I have someone here. Sorry. Amazon package. Disrupted my flow here. It's okay. But, I mean, that, like I was saying, you're about 90 levels too short to be able to play the rest of the game. I just couldn't do it. No. I'm not grinding. I'm not buying anything. I'm not doing whatever you want. I had to go and play the Wakanda Forever one, which that one seemed fun too, but like, I want to play all of them. And I couldn't. So, Avengers, 2 stars, easily. Screw this game.